Sinasip siya kasi pagi punta na sa BPF, punta na tayo sa sa ibang bansa.
Sabi ko rin, punta na tayo sa States.
Okay, it's 12:49. Yan. At welcome po sa inyo lahat. Ay, mali yata yung caption ko. Sorry po. Mali po ito. Okay. Yan. Okay. So it's 12:50 o 12:49. Siguro pwede na tayo mag-start, ano? So ito yung mga news items natin. Let's start with our news item here. Ang pinaka-news po natin ay dalawa, no? But before I get to that, let's take a look at our headlines. Okay, investors positive on SM Prime's upbeat earnings. Then WLCON depot income up 23% on better profit margin. That's one of our main news. Globe proposes hike in capital stock to more than 11 billion. Tignan din natin yan kung bakit siya mag-hike ng kanyang capital stock. MPTC says mobility unit to get less than $1 billion for projects. Yan. Then Robinson's Land's Giga Tower gets LEED Gold certification. And so let's see kung meron tayong top stories. Okay, so inflation likely jumped 3.3% in February. Okay, and as crude surges over $100 a barrel, DBCC closely monitoring oil prices. So mataas na po yung presyo ng gas natin, no? $100 a barrel na po. So let's now go to our main news. At tignan po natin muna si Globe, ano? But let's take a look at what's happening muna in the Philippine Stock Exchange Index. At silipin po muna natin at 12:51. Okay, so kung meron po kayong mga request ay ilagay nyo lang po sa inyong comment, sa comment box, ano? Okay. So, ang PSCI is at 7311.01, but this is pre-closing already. It's up 0.98 or 1.37%. So, nagkaroon siya ng bounce. But we will go back to the PSCI later. And so far, the most active stock ay SMPH, followed by BDO, then Ali. Monde is also one of the top gainers at 11.62% increase. Then SCC 10.8. Okay, so tignan po natin ang ating main news. Ay, sorry. I failed to yan. Okay. So, ulitin natin. No? Hindi nyo nakita. Yan po ang PSEI at 7311.01. Tapos yung ating news ay nasabi ko na po kanina. So, meron siyang bounce today. So, ito po ang ating main news. Globe proposes hike in capital stock to more than 11 billion. And then, WLCON income up 23%. Unahin po natin si WLCON, ano? WLCON Depot logged 22.8 increase in net income to 692 million in the fourth quarter last year, as retailers' gross profit margin improved with higher contribution from its in-house brands. And then net sales during the quarter grew 9.1% to 7.47 billion pesos from 6.84 billion. The company said its depot format stores made up for the majority, or 97.2% of net sales. Depot stores' contribution grew 9.3% or 616 million and accounted for 7.26 billion, as the opening of the 3 new depots during the quarter brought new store sales. Comparable sales remained approximately flat with 0.08 growth rate. Home essential stores made up 1.9% or 130 million of the company's total net sales. Sales from the segment went down 7.8% or 12 million year-on-year, as comparable sales also declined 8%. The company launched 1 new home essential store in Central Luzon in the fourth quarter. Meanwhile, project sales went up 43.6% to 70 million. So our next news is on Globe. Okay. Globe proposes hike in capital stock to more than 11 billion. Okay, Globe Telecoms announced on Thursday its proposal to increase the company's authorized capital stock to 11.25 billion from 10.25 billion pesos. The amount will be divided into 168.93 million common shares with a par value of 50 pesos per share, 160 million voting preferred shares with a par value of 5 pesos per share, and 40 million non-voting preferred shares with a par value of 50 pesos per share, the company said in a disclosure to the stock exchange. Without giving details, the company said the move is for business purposes. Globe management expects approval of the company's board of directors on or before April 25. The company's annual stockholders meeting will be held on April 26, and among the agenda is the approval of the amendments to the Articles of Incorporation, 7th article, to increase the authorized capital stock. Globe saw its core income for 2021 grow by 9% to 21.2 billion from 19.5 billion in 2020. Its full-year consolidated service revenues grew by 4% to 151.5 billion from 146.4 billion reported in 2020. Okay, so yan po ang ating news. At alam niyo po, pagka po nag-i-increase ng capital stock ang isang kumpanya, ay meron pong maaring 4 na dahilan kung bakit siya nag-i-increase. No? Ang sinabi lang niya po dito sa kanyang press release ay for business purposes. No? Pero pwede nating sabihin na merong mga dahilan kung bakit siya nag-i-increase. Ano? And among them will be the issuance of preferred shares, maaring mag-stock rights siya, maaring magkaroon siya ng follow-on offer, or magkaroon siya ng declaration ng stock dividends. So, yun po yung posible. But historically, mas marami pong mas malamang sa cash dividends po ang kanyang i-declare, no? But more on that is that maaring stock rights, preferred shares, or follow-on offer ang gawin niya in the future. Okay, it's 12:50 58. And hello po sa inyong lahat. Meron po tayong 3 viewers pero hindi ko pa po sila nakikita. Okay? Tingnan natin ang nangyayari ngayon sa stock exchange. Sa index, it's 7311.01 pa rin or 98.78 points up. Tingnan natin kung meron pang ibang news. Medyo mabagal lang po ang ating internet. Ay, sorry. Yan. Yan. Stock market, tingnan natin. Okay, shares to drop further on Russia-Ukraine crisis. Shares to remain volatile on Russia-Ukraine rift. So yan po yung stock market. Sa banking ay meron ba tayong ibang news? Okay, rates of T-bills bonds may rise as oil prices climb due to the crisis. And then we also have Metrobank net income up 60%. China Bank net earnings climbed 15.1 billion despite the difficult environment, pandemic. Pero yung mga bangko ay kumikita. BDO post higher profit in 2021. Tingnan nga natin to. Sa index stock po ang BDO. Yan. BDO Unibank recorded higher net income in 2021 following its recovery of its non-interest earnings and lower loan loss provisions. The bank net income rose 51% year-on-year to 42.8 billion. Mukhang record na po ito, no? From 28.2 billion in 2020, it said in a filing in the local bourse. Return on equity improved 10.5% in 2021 from 7.6% in 2020. However, the bank's income was 3% below. Okay, so mukhang halos pumantay lang po last year, no? Below the 44.2 billion it booked in 2019 before the crisis. Okay, BDO's full-year profits were buoyed by 11% increase in non-interest income and normalized provisions. So, yung mga ibig kong sabihin ng non-interest income, ito po yung hindi po mga non-loan income po ito, no? So, ibig sabihin nun ay mga commissions, fees, yung mga remittances na kumikita ng fees, no? And then yung mga trust fees, kasama po yan sa non-interest income. And then, okay, non-interest income rose 11% to 61.3 billion. Trading gains din po ay non-interest income. Yan po ang BDO. So malaki din po ang income nila, no? From non-interest income. Okay, and then let's silipin po natin ang index 101 na po. And it's nag-remain, 73. Let's refresh lang to make sure that we are having the correct excuse me. We're having the correct figures. Yeah. $73.11.01. Okay, so the index ended at 73.11.01 or 1.37% up, and this is a 98.78 points increase, no? However, hindi pa rin niya nare-recover yung loss noong Friday na 151 points na down or 2.06%. So halos halfway up po siya. So titingnan po natin yung red candlestick po dito, napantayan po ng green candlestick, but the closing price is still it is higher than the closing price last Friday, but not enough to overtake the the loss that it had last Friday. Okay, so let's put up our indicators. Yan. So nagkaroon po siya ng bounce sa EMA 100. Ito po, no? Yan, lagyan natin ito. Which is now acting as our support. So EMA 100 is at 7206 or close to 7200. And again, the resistance level as of in the short term for the PSE is here at 7493 or close to 7500. Pero pataas po yung ating long-term indicator, meaning that the trend continues to move upwards. Ngayon, yung all-share index naman, or let's go here to market activity, 108 companies advanced, 79 declined, while 49 remained unchanged. The all-share index also increased by 1.2% or 46.24% up. George Kwang, sir, pasilip ng MBT at JFC. MBT at JFC. Okay po, George, gawin natin yan. At welcome po. And then, tingnan natin yung all the sectoral indices are up. Financials, holding companies, industrial, mining, and properties were in the green, led by properties at 4.06%. Services is the only sector down at 0.12, pero flat po ito, no? Almost level, no? Okay. Okay. And tingnan natin yung most active stocks. Okay. So, aside from George Kwang, titingnan natin George Kwang's request of MBT and JFC ay 1, 2, 3. Tingnan natin si SMPH, BDO. Si SMPH, income po siya. BDO is also doing well, pero red candlestick po siya. Tingnan natin si property, si Ali, no? Or tingnan natin si something positive naman, si Monde. And tingnan natin si SCC. Yan. Okay, request nyo lang po ang inyong mga stocks at atin pong uunahin. At okay, start po tayo kay sandali lang po. Excuse me. Okay. Okay, excuse me. Okay, so unahin po natin yung kay George MBT. Yan, naku. Red candlestick po si Metrobank today. Okay, down po siya, but it seems to be holding sa 50-day exponential, ano? Ito po yung blue line, nakikita nyo po ito. Ito po yung moving average po natin for 50 days, pero exponential po siya. Okay, so tingnan natin if we will be drawing a parallel channel. Yan po ang pinaka
Ano, kailangan pumunta ako doon. Ate, may dormant pa din yung account. Yung sa akin.
okay, so ito ay yung 50-day 57.05 and yan po ang pinaka resistance niya, and the resistance following the parallel channel is at 62.48. But pataas pa rin po sa MBT. I think this is just market sentiment unless there is news. Ayan, no? 60% yung Metrobank profit, eh. So, I think this is just market sentiment. RSI is at 42. So meaning po ay bearish po yung RSI, pero I think this is just temporary if there are no other news, dahil maganda naman po ang news natin kay Metrobank. Okay, so Metrobank is, I think, number 2 in dividend yield during 2021. Okay, meron pa po tayong ibang request dito. Si Algebra Vids, Sir, PLC, Seb, Converge, thank you. Okay, so unahin po natin yon. Susulat ko lang po, no? PLC, Seb, and Converge. So maraming po salamat sa inyo, no? Algebra Vids and George Kwang. So next po natin after MBT would be JFC. Wow, JFC is, I think we are having a bounce here for JFC dahil the 50-day exponential is again serving as our support. At makikita nyo po na yung movement ni JFC is still bullish while the RSI is just maintained at 50, no? But based on our indicators here, nasa 241 na po, and there was a green candlestick today, no? Ngayon, ang tingin ko po dyan ay ito po yung pinaka-support. Actually, support level po yung opening price niya kanina. Lagay na natin ito. Yan po, no? Yan po ang pinaka-support level po natin for JFC. Alam niyo po, support and resistance area po yan. Hindi po yan exact point. While the RSI is showing a neutral stance, no? Kasi because of this red candlestick ay bumaba po siya ng 45 last Friday, but there was a bounce today, so tumaas po siya to 50. Yan po si JFC. At kung titingnan po natin ay wala pala akong fundamentals dito. But let me just take a look, ano, kung makukuha po natin yung fundamentals niya. Very quickly lang po. Tingnan po natin. I think Jollibee is, magkano ba siya? Tingnan natin yung fundamentals sa Jollibee. JFC is at nasa 240 yung fundamentals based on BDO securities, ano. Presyo niya ngayon is 241. So valued na siya at its fundamental price, yung 241. Okay, valued na siya at its price at 240. So more or less nasa correct valuation na po siya based on fundamentals. However, based on technicals, there is an upside, no? An upside, at maaaring yung upside niya ay yung resistance level between, tingnan natin dito. Yan, 250 hanggang 260, no? 250 to 255 ang pinaka-resistance po niya ni Jollibee. But fundamentally, it's already fairly priced, no? Yung 241. Na-reach na po niya yung kanyang valuation. But technically, it can still go up to 250, 255. Yan po ang aking take for Jollibee. Okay, next, let's do PLC. PLC Premium Leisure. Okay, looks like it's just moving sideways, no? Kasi kung titingnan nyo po yung black line, ito po yung long-term indicator po natin. It's slightly going up, but more or less it is a straight line, no? With support here. Yan po. But siguro, mas magandang drawing dyan, tagalin natin to. Tama rin yan, no? But if we will be drawing short term. Yan. Darvas box from here to here ay yung upper portion po would be our resistance. Ito po yung 46, ano? Nasa 46 po yung resistance, and support would be at 42. But in general, yung premium leisure is just moving sideways. So, yung ating indicator na RSI slightly below the midpoint at 48. But in general, based dito sa moving averages, piercing through the candlestick lang po siya. Yung bounce dito would indicate a recovery from the previous day's red engulfing candlestick. Yan. Yun po ang aking nakikita. And the volume now is walang gaanong volume, no? It's below average. But I think this is just market sentiment ang nagda-drive dito sa stock. Considering also na maaring magkaroon ng upward movement because mag-alert level 1 na po tayo starting tomorrow. By the way, yung PSE nga pala, no, will be at regular trading hours starting tomorrow also. Alert level 1 yung start po nun, or March 1, it will open at 9:30 and close at 3 o'clock with a 1-hour lunch break. Yun po ang schedule ng PSE tomorrow. Okay? Okay. So, yan po si PLC. And then, Cebu Pacific. Another pandemic stricken stock na nagre-recover. Yan. No? Under the candlestick na po yung ating mga indicators, meaning bullish na po. But there was a red candlestick noong February 24, red engulfing, but it had another red candlestick, but this is a smaller but weaker candlestick, which just touches the EMA 20, no, yung short-term indicator. So yung ating pinaka-support, yan po, nasa 46.14, more or less yung ating support level niya. Yung resistance po ni SEB is somewhere here at 49.47. Yan po si SEB, ano? At kung titingnan po natin, it had a low dito po sa 40.19. Ito po yung pinaka-low niya na 39.19 na nangyari noong June 2022. Tama ba? O January 2022 rather. So, yung pinaka-support po niya ngayon ay nandito po sa, I think, no? Dito po. Nasa 44 po yung pinaka-support. The next lower support would be here at 40. Yan po, si Cebu Pacific. Okay. Next, we have Converge. Okay, Converge. Bearish po si Converge. It has been moving upwards and then biglang nag-sideways, then slowly it's turning bearish. I think it's just general market sentiment happening in the world. Okay, tingnan natin yung ay, sorry po. Saan siya? Okay, ang fundamentals ni Converge, yung fundamental value po niya ay nasa 40.50. So there is still an upside of more or less mga 31 or 32% upside po si Converge, no? In the meantime, moving sideways po siya, and yung pinakamalapit na support nandito po sa area to. Yan, nasa 26 po. Actually, support area na po siya. 26. Yan, 26 is the support for Converge. The nearest resistance would be here 32. Then the next higher resistance would be at 35. Yan po ang aking take for Converge. And the RSI is bearish at 38. Okay? So nasa 26 po siya ngayon. Okay. So we have done 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's do one more. Kung wala na po kayong request, let's do one more and let's do the most active. Monday, SEC. Let's do the most active SMPH. Ito yung mall and real estate business ni SM. Ayan, no? Ito, maganda. Maganda si SMPH, ha? And green engulfing candlestick po siya with volume. Again, ang sinasabi ko po dito ay, although this is not a breakout, maganda po yung green candlestick ni Converge dito. It's an engulfing green candlestick. Okay? And it is a sign that the stock may continue to move upwards in the coming days. And because partial po kasi ako pagdating sa volume. RSI is also bullish at 62. But last Friday, it dipped to 55 pero bullish pa rin po yan. Ano? Yan po. Meantime, yung pinaka-resistance level po ni SMPH, nandito po sa level na ito, nasa 36.97. And so rather, this is the support ano? And the resistance, let's take a look at the 1-week chart, ay nandito po sa area to. Yan, nasa 40. 40.23. The next higher resistance would be here at 42. Yan. Okay? Yan po si SM Prime Holdings. Okay, maraming po salamat sa inyo sa inyong pag-participate today, and we will be doing this again next week. Balik po natin sa one day. And again, reminder, tomorrow, the PSE will be back on its regular trading hours, no? So 9:30 to 3 o'clock with a 1-hour lunch break. Okay, so ito po, yan po ang ating report sa stock market, ika-28 ng Pebrero, 2022. Ito po si Benji Chodoro, nagpapaalala, an investment in knowledge pays the best interest. Maraming salamat sa inyong pagsubaybay. Hanggang sa muli. Stay safe, God bless, and bye for now.